like the process was so good because like I've submitted something. It's so clear that okay, it's been gone from the paralegal to the lead paralegal. Look, there was comment from the lawyer. Jose sent it back, and then it's coming here. So I just felt like okay, I know what the process because half the time it's such a black box that it goes in, and then you don't know what's happening. And as like an outsider, you don't know how much work is going or what's happening. I already had previously a lawyer, and we were going through H1B and O1 with him, but we were also working with other types of visa like for our construction workers, and I had gone through the whole process of like compiling the documents and sending to the lawyers and like whatever information they're asking for. Like lawyers usually just say, "No, we need these 10 things," and then for those 10 things, I had like categorically said like, okay, these documents are for these things, these documents are for these things, and send it to the lawyers. And then 1 week before the application, they're sending us something which is like 90% of things are missing, and then they're asking questions of exactly the same documents we had sent earlier. Like they're totally like very bad documentation control. So we had a company's lawyer. They had already applied for the visa earlier, and this was basically reapplying for the same visa the workers had already got. So they technically should have all the information from before, and we
On
just
file.
and like updated information and things like that. But just applying for that was a very stressful. Like it's just like I was spending more time applying for people's visa than I was working on my own job. We had like someone else who was applying for TN visa, and that TN visa is much more simpler. We did everything and sent this to the lawyers, and this was 3 months like before the visa interview actually was supposed to happen, and literally 4 days before visa interview is happening, they're like, oh, this offer letter doesn't work, we need this letter, and this is the format of the letter. I'm like, what have you been doing? I was like, okay, maybe this would be not the right fit for me for my O1 visa, because I know like looking at like what O1 requires, there was a lot more emphasis on the proofs you're sending, because just like it's not just like someone wanting to sponsor you, but also like you're qualified for. It's all like thanks to Romero and the team, like from 2K team, and also the lawyers were amazing for me. It was like a really good process. Like even I had also told Romero that even if I had not got my O1 visa, it had nothing to do with like the team's effort and all, because I felt like that was the best the team could do, as in it would have been on basically my evidences would not have been sufficient enough, but overall I think it was really great help. Romero just messaged me and he's like, hey, do you have like a minute? Can we have a call? And I was like, sure. I thought like maybe like something he needs, some other document. So I just like went online on Zoom, and he's like, oh, I just called to tell you that you got your O1 visa. And I was like a little taken aback. I was like, okay, I was not expecting this too.